Hello everyone, and welcome to Melancholy Mentor, where classic literature meets the vibrant world of radio plays. I'm Fran, and I'm joined by Evan from Mystery Mythos. Together, we're your guides on this creative journey. During each episode, we'll dive into stories featured on the Melancholy Mentor channel, allowing fresh ideas to flourish, inspiring you to dream big and unlock your creative potential. Get comfy, open your mind, and embrace curiosity. Let's get started. Hello, I'm Fran.
And I'm Evan.
And today we are bringing you Cupid and Psyche.
Cupid and Psyche.
So each episode we're highlighting radio dramas that are featured on one of our YouTube channels. And this one's for the Melancholy Mentor channel. So we've got radio drama on there of Cupid and Psyche. So a little bit about Cupid and Psyche. So it's a classic myth from ancient Roman literature. It's attributed, right, here we go with the pronunciation. It's attributed to Apuleius, who is also called Lucius Apuleius Majorensis, possibly. But anyway, moving on.
Mouthful.
I know. I know. Just the pronunciations get me as well.
Yeah.
Apuleius was born in the Roman province of Numidia, I'm going to call it anyway, which is modern day Algeria.
Okay.
He studied Platoism in Athens, in Greece. And Cupid and Psyche is considered to be a rare instance of a fairy tale preserved in an ancient literary text.
Yeah.
All these difficult words to pronounce.
They are.
Cupid and Psyche was written in the 2nd century AD, which basically means years ago.
Yeah.
A long time ago.
Long time ago.
An overview of the story is that Psyche is a mortal woman. So within kind of these classic literatures of the Roman kind of classic literature and Greek mythology and stuff like that, you had like the gods and, so mortal just means one of us. So Psyche is a mortal woman of extraordinary beauty. Venus, the goddess of love, was envious of Psyche. So Venus actually sends her son, Cupid, to go and do some mischief, I think.
Yeah.
Venus wanted Cupid to make Psyche fall in love with the most hideous creature on earth.
Oh, yeah.
What exactly is determined to be a hideous creature? I'm not sure.
No.
Just, the mind boggles. So anyway, we've got a spoiler alert for you here.
Yeah.
So upon seeing Psyche, Cupid falls desperately in love with her. And the tale represents the journey of the soul through trials and tribulations to attain true love and enlightenment. So it kind of goes on to this like epic thing of all this stuff happening basically within Cupid and Psyche. The myth of Cupid and Psyche has inspired many works of art and literature. So I'm going to give you a fun fact now.
Oh, yeah.
So fun fact inspired by Cupid and Psyche, I'm going to mention a British band formed in 1977. They were formed in Leeds in Yorkshire. Band is called Scritti Politti.
Scritti Politti, yeah. Oh, I haven't heard about them for years.
Yeah, well, their second studio album, which was in 1985, was Cupid and Psyche 85.
Right, yeah.
So, and I had that album.
Amazing. Yeah, I mean, I've heard of Scritti Politti, but they haven't been on my radar for a long time.
I've in the 80s, I used to play, like I had their album and, the records kind of vinyl to play on the record player. And yeah, I turned that volume up loud, let me tell you.
Yeah, this is brilliant. Oh God.
I don't actually think they had a single out actually called Cupid and Psyche, but their studio album was called Cupid and Psyche.
Yeah,
I think that the lead singer, who's Green Gartside, stage name.
yeah,
So it's the only original band member. Right, now this is where it gets a little tricky for my brain. Okay. So Scritti Politti was called Scritti Politti after Antonio Gramsci, um, who was born in 1891 and perished in 1937. He was an Italian Marxist philosopher,
right.
a linguist, writer, politician. So it's something to do with the correct spelling of the Italian political writings would have been like Scritti Polici or something.
Yeah,
And they took that and changed the spelling slightly. So, or maybe it was Scritti Politti, but it was the way it was spelled. So
yeah,
they changed the spelling of it slightly. Um, a lot of that I will tell you is above my brain grade. Like it is just it's
yeah,
incredibly intelligent stuff and it's just way beyond my brain. Um, so there's an Italian link there to the name
yeah.
of the band who had an album out in the 1980s that referenced Cupid and Psyche. Um,
Yeah, it's really interesting.
I know I like all these links to things.
Yeah, me too.
One of the reasons why we like to do this podcast is to inspire people. So it's just to bring that creative inspiration to people. I'm actually an NLP coach, which is neuro linguistic programming. Evan's learned how to do a lot of the tech, haven't you? So
Yeah,
I didn't know you've actually you're self-taught with tech support.
yeah,
And it's just about how these links are formed and how these kind of creative endeavors can be born and, you know, come to life and what else can happen. I think it's just limitless and I think it's very exciting as well.
me
So I'd
too.
like to inspire anybody listening to get creative,
Yeah, yeah,
get studying, form new neural pathways in your brain and, you know, just enjoy the life that we're given.
yeah.
Um, so Cupid actually has another name. It's like a different kind of deity, but it's another name, which is Eros.
Hmm.
And Eros is, if I've got it round the right way, I think Eros is the Greek god of love, and Cupid is the Roman one.
Yeah,
Which also makes it quite fascinating to me that you had different writings in, you know, different kind of countries, different eras, but they have
mm,
their own version of like the same or similar thing.
yeah, yeah,
Um, I didn't know much about Eros, except that in the probably the 80s, but the kind of early 90s, there was a nightclub,
yeah.
Enfield, which is near where I grew up in North London, called Eros.
Oh, cool.
And on Thursday nights, they did like a cheap ticket in entry. So I quite often went on a Thursday.
Midweek or just after midweek. Yeah, cheap.
Yeah, cheap tickets.
Cute.
Got a
Yeah,
little dinner as well if you wanted it, but it always looked a little
a dinner.
bit dodgy.
Don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah, it was like in some kind of buffet style in like canteen tins, and you could serve
Uh,
yourself. And I was kind of eyed it up and thought, I don't know what's in that. So
Not sure.
I know that to feed myself basically.
Mm,
Um, so yes, Eros is the Greek god of love, passion, and fertility. And why not? Hey,
yeah.
there's
Mm,
many statues of kind of mostly Cupid actually. There's not a lot of
yeah.
Psyche herself. Uh,
Hmm.
mostly Cupid, who I think actually originally was probably a bit of a heartthrob,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
muscle guy and heartthrob, and then turned into some kind of little cherub
Yeah.
over time. So
Cheruby things, aren't they?
a little, yeah, little cheruby thing with like a bow and arrow.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, Evan, have you got any information about the radio drama that we feature on the Melancholy Mental channel?
Yeah, I've got a little bit actually on this one. Um, this is actually a LibriVox recording, and LibriVox recordings are basically a group of worldwide volunteers who read and record public domain texts. So it's just like I say, a group of volunteers who do it. This story is from a collection called Myths and Legends Around the World. The author of the story is Thomas Bullfinch, and this was read by Mariah Carey. That's all I've got about the actual radio drama. The video itself was filmed on the Dorset coast, and this video is just under 25 minutes long, and we've got like 58 views currently on it.
Yeah. Okay, so not bad. We're a little channel, so that's not bad.
Yeah.
I'm very grateful for any views and listens. So by video, that's mainly me going out with a mobile phone and a tripod, just filming the coastline or woodland,
Yeah.
and we accompany the video with the audio of a radio drama they're in the public domain. And we decided to do this to bring these classic literature adaptations to a new audience.
Yeah.
To inspire your creativity.
Yes. Yes.
I know.
Definitely.
Okay, thank you for joining us
Thank you.
about Cupid and Psyche. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for tuning in. Contact us at melancholymentor.com. Until next time, keep your minds open and stay curious.